Hello everybody, my name is Anthony and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 as Poland. Let's continue on from where we last left off. Where we left off was spending a lot of money in other countries. Dendy is not westernized, so I'm not going to spend too much money there. And I think we still get points. Like Spain, we are at 4.7. Let's just see if we spend some money upgrading these holdings in Africa. If it's more than 4.7. Oh, 6.1 now, so yeah, we should absolutely be spending money in Spanish Africa. Because apparently they don't want to spend the money there, so I'm going to spend the money there instead. So we're probably going to spend a lot of time building factories in other countries. We're going to go down a lot. We're going to spend a lot of money on this. But I think it's worth it, just for our awesome industrial points. Even though it doesn't look like it's gone up. It might go up once we unpause the game. It's hard to say though. That's also Spain, so we'll build factories here as well. How much points are we getting from Portugal? Yeah, you can see it's 550, even though we gain like 5 points from Spain here. From Portugal, we are not getting a lot. They're not even on the list, I think. Well, they're there, 1.3. So we'll spend money on their colonies. We can't build any factories here. Actually, we can't build factories over here. Oh, this is a state. Oh, okay. We should actually be looking at states, see if any of these African colonies are states, because probably a lot of people there. We can spend money in Mongolia as well, even though it's not super useful. I wish China would let me invest, because that would get us so many points. Invest in the Philippines. Invest in East Timor. Yeah, let's invest in Fiji as well, why not? Is there anybody else in the world who will let me invest? Because I will spend... Oh, Bulgaria. How did I forget my own sphere member? Oh, we also have a colony right here. I don't know if I want to invest in... I might as well invest in these provinces. No reason not to, really. Yeah, so you've already spent about 100,000 pounds. That's fine. We'll invest also in Gao. So that's the railroads. We've upgraded all the railroads. And we can do this over and over again, too. These are only... A lot of these places aren't even level 1. So in about a year's time, we can come back and, you know, spend a lot more money. I don't feel like clicking on all the islands. So Brazil, for example. Once I figure out, you know... Oh, actually, we can look up on this map mode. We have cotton here. So I want to look at these two. Like these two map modes. So they have cotton, so that makes it be good for a clothes factory. They might already have clothes, and they do. What else you got here? Coffee, tobacco. They have cow, which could be used for a canned food factory. They don't have one. So unlike Uruguay, where I'm not going to throw so much at Uruguay, or as much at Brazil, because they're only one state, and they have a ton of people. So it makes sense to throw as many factories there as possible. But for Brazil, I think it's better to focus a little bit more on what factories are being put into what state. Like this one. I hate that it's all gray. I wish I could see into it. We got iron. Iron is decent because I can make a steel. It's really only steel and coal. So, and then I assume there's coal somewhere in Brazil. Coffee, and I don't think tobacco makes any factories, so we're just going to kind of ignore those provinces. Okay, so we got fruits, which is liquor, or wine I should say. They don't have a winery for some reason. Is there anything else fruit makes? I don't think so, off the top of my head. And nothing that I can see. So we got like a cow and wheat, which actually doubles the production of canned food because they can use both. And wheat can also make liquor, so if they don't have a liquor distillery, and they don't, we'll build that as well. Right here we have another iron, so that could also be used for steel. Cause that just uses iron. Everything else that, like, artillery, they use steel. So steel's like the first step in this, in the equation. Right here we can also build, canned food. Did they have wheat? No, they had tropical wood. And I think tropical wood can make furniture. But I think that might just be regular wood. No, it makes luxury furniture. Fantastic. So we'll build that there. Once again, we have cows, so let's build a factory for canned food. We'll go down to about 500,000 pounds, and then I think we're probably going to stop investing. And also, we've made our way down to Uruguay. We could even look in Argentina as well. Like here, we can build a canned food as well as liquor because they have wheat. Fantastic. I mean, I should probably also look at the population density map mode as well. Like, where's a lot of people in Argentina? Like right here, so we can build canned food. They already have one, so we can build a winery because I did see there were fruits in this province. And Brazil, Brazil, Brazil. You have a lot of people right here for some reason. So, what do you got in this region? Let me just click. A lot of rubber, actually. Rubber and tropical wood. So if you have tropical wood, I will get you the luxury furniture. So why can't we build that? Only produced in ports. Okay, that makes sense. Why can't we build fuel? No fuel refined. Oh, because there's already fuel there. Oh, so this is actually only looking at foreign factories, I think. So you've already spent about 200,000 in Brazil. So I think we're going to ignore Brazil for now. Uruguay just dominates South American population graphs. How about Venezuela? They have a lot in Kikaris. Makes sense, that's their capital. Do they have a winery here? They don't, so we'll build a winery there. And I don't think our points are going to go up. Like, Brazil is still at... No, they're at 10. I think it is still going up. Just by having the factory there, it goes up. And then people working in it increases the score even more, so... So there's a lot of people over here in Guatemala. What do you make in Guatemala? Steel. So let's go steel. You also have wood and fruit. So we build a winery here. How about Mexico? Mexico, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they have an okay industrial score. I've seen better, but... So Mexico City has... They have oil. Ooh. Iron as well. So let's build steel. Build liquor, because everyone needs a liquor factory. And is there anything that uses oil just as a base? Oh no, they're 8 out of 8 on their factories. How about down here? Gold? They got gold, wheat. Once again, like canned food. Do they have it? Then build it. They don't have a liquor distillery, also build that. Liquor is there. Build steel here. Actually, no, once again, look at population densities on you. So we got these amount of people here. Build liquor factory. Don't know why they would have a fabric factory before a liquor distillery in a province that only makes all wheat. But maybe they're just a little bit dumb like that. And there's a lot of people here as well. And they actually do have dyes, just... So we could, So dye's a factory as well as just a province output? Okay, I actually did not know that. So dyes could be used to make clothes, right? Oh, but they already have luxury clothes. So, okay. They have basics, right? We'll get a glass factory because they have coal. We will get a liquor distillery because they have coal as wheat and they will soon have glass. And we will get a canned food factory. And canned food factory actually does benefit from steel as well. Or iron, I should say. So I think that's as much money as we're going to invest in Mexico at the moment. Haiti. How many people do you have in Haiti? Eh, you have an okay amount. It's only 2 provinces though, and they all make tobacco, which doesn't interest me at all. Havana. Build a liquor distillery there in Cuba. So that's basically all the new world I think I'm willing to invest in at the moment. Like Bolivia doesn't have a lot of people in it. Chile also doesn't have a lot of people in it. Actually, let's look at just one more province. Let's build a winery here. Done. Okay, so that's that. We're probably going to spend this entire episode just building factories and places. We're down at 870,000. So we have Spain next. 36 points from Spain for their industry. How do you even get that bad? And Spain, I think, has enough people where it doesn't really matter where we build. It will probably be worthwhile. So we only want these two now. So once again, liquor. Do you have a liquor distillery? Somehow you don't. Canned food factory, or a winery. Actually, winery would be better because they have already a glass factory. Actually, canned food, they also have, they have beef. They have, like, a bunch of things. Other than fish, they have 3 of the 4 inputs for a canned food factory. So this one's only fish, so that's canned food, without question. This one has... Okay, so we can build a glass factory here. Glass, 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 glass. And then we'll build a liquor distillery in the same province. Liquor distillery. Hopefully these factories, in about a year, we'll see if these actually pay off for us. They might not. Actually, some of these might take 3 years. So, actually no, I think only 2. I think it's 1 year and then 2 year. So it won't be until like 1914 before we actually figure out how much this actually was worthwhile, but... Oh, Portugal as well. We can build a liquor distillery and a winery. And a winery. There we go. Down here we can build liquor distillery. Canned food for some reason takes wheat. I don't know why it would. So build a liquor distillery here. And a canned food factory. And a winery. I don't even know how many people are actually living down here. Not a lot, actually, so maybe we'll just keep those 2. Are these 2... Okay, they are 2 provinces, but they have stupidly similar colors. Okay, right here. Build a liquor distillery. Right in this one. Liquor distillery, canned food, and glass. So canned food, liquor, and glass. Where is glass? It's right there. Fantastic. In this province, they have okay, so this one is definitely winery. If they don't have... They only have fruit and iron, so building a canned food factory would not be worthwhile. It would be better actually just to build a steel factory. And maybe that's good for now? And there's still like Greece that we can invest in. Persia we can't do yet because they're not westernized, but... Actually, let's look at civilization. Yeah, you can see a bunch of provinces are not being colonies anymore. I still think people, like, how's 85% of this population British? I mean, there's only not like 10,000 people there, but I feel like it's way too easy to make provinces colonies. Like, look how many people here are German. Like, I don't think it makes like a lot of sense. But that's fine. And actually, they're not cores yet. But they probably will get cores on these provinces soon. It's kind of done when they get cores in their colonies, but I don't know. So Greece, you have a lot of fruit, I assume. Yeah, you have a ton of fruit, so let's build some wine factories here. Winery. And so this is 2? No, it's 3 states. So we got winery here. Makes sense. This could have a winery. They already have a liquor distillery, surprisingly. But they have cotton, which is regular clothes. Actually, no, it's fabrics. Which then I can also build a regular clothes factory in here just to get, you know, the next level of production up. And this one, liquor and wine. How many times do you think I've said liquor and wine in this episode? Probably a lot. And what are these populations here? You have a ton of Albanians, actually, in Greece. Like, a lot of Albanians, actually. Bulgaria, you are just, like, 1 state, I think. No, you're actually 2. Barely. And you're just all wheat. Do you have a liquor distillery? Oh, you do. Other than that, almost all your population's over here, too, in your capital. Oh, I'm forgetting map hotkeys. Yeah, so I guess we're not going to invest anything there. Did we spend money in Austria-Hungary? We did. I don't think we're going to spend more money in there, because it's not going to be worthwhile. And I did actually, yeah, let's go back to the civilization map mode. And look at these populations. Like, this state right here, we can build a even though these two we can't. These, oh, actually, okay, so it's one state, but two different, I don't know. What's this factory? It makes, okay, just build a liquor distillery. Easy enough. And we also, let's look at the Confederation of West Morocco. I know there's not a lot of people living there. Where even is the capital of the Confederation of West Morocco? It's right here. And that's where like a majority of the people live. 20,000 actually. So let's build a canned food factory here, because they're making fish. How many troops does the Confederation even have? They have 0 troops. I feel like they've probably been trying to build this one troop forever. And how many people do you think? Because I don't think I've unpaused the game since I started investing money. So we might get up to like 600 industrial points right now if we unpause. 609. We gained 60, 70 points from investing in other nations. That's 60 points right off the bat. That's before any of the factories are even done, which is going to be hopefully a huge boon for us. Bulgaria, France. Please stay out of Bulgaria. That would be great. Oh, the communists have actually risen up in, I wonder if Austria-Hungary is going to go communist. I'd be very interested to see that. Okay, now back to maybe more interesting stuff, like building up our armies. Krakow, in Love. You're not getting enough tanks. Are we actually buying tanks? We are. We're trying to buy as many tanks as possible. But is nobody just making tanks? The French mainly are, but we're just not getting any of the tanks. Dear everybody else, give me tanks. We have 0.5 tanks. I just want the tanks. What are our factories doing? Let's look at our factories. Select all. No, actually, don't. Okay, so we have tanks here. Who cares about cement? Close down the cement factory. Everybody go into the tank factories. We'll open back up that. I just need people in the tank factories. Here, who cares about... You know, we have so much artillery. Go to the tank factory instead. Please flock to the tanks. Thank you. Then I'll open up this factory again. Even though nobody's going to work there, and they might go bankrupt. That's fine. Deselect all. How many tanks factories do we actually have in the country? Only 2 working ones. If we're building one more in Bohemia, I feel like we should have more. So in a month and a half, we'll shut down another factory. Hopefully get everybody to go into the tank factory. And are we actually going to get more tanks now? We are. We got 3.1. Are we actually building a decent number of tanks to be... No, we're still not. How much tanks are we producing? We're not even beating Brazil at 0.3. Oh, there we go. I saw 0.2 for a second. I want everybody to go into these tank factories. It's because we don't have enough rubber. I will buy a bunch of rubber if that's what we're missing. Buy the rubber and then we can sell it to the tank factories. There we go. Now you should have better time accessing rubber. And you are. We actually have a pretty bad time accessing a lot of things. Like, timber. Is there just no timber factories? Is there no timber in our entire country? Let's go somewhere where I know there is timber. Like, there's timber over here, right? Yeah, timber. Is there just none in there's no timber in all of Poland. My entire country, nobody can chop down a tree. Okay, so let's buy tinder, or not buy tinder. Let's buy timber then. Oh no, we're not automating. We're actually buying a stupid amount of timber. So I don't know why they can't get access to timber. We also need some cotton and sulfur. So you know, I will buy a bit of sulfur for you guys. Let's just keep a small little stockpile for our factories to buy from us. And how's this whole... Oh, France actually got into China now. These occupied by France. Did France walk there? Nobody would expect the French invasion through Tibet. That'd just be weird. Yeah, I don't expect good things to come out of this war. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But they're not a uncivilized nation anymore. So they actually can't demand like colonial states. And are you civilized yet? No, you're not. And also there's a crisis. Liberation of Burundi. Which is... this little country wants independence. This little one province minor wants independence. I would support them, but I'm not going to be the first one to do it. But this episode has been a little bit long, so I think this is going to be the end of the episode. Thanks everybody for watching. My name's been Anthony. If you enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. If you're not enjoying, you can always thumb down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.